sorry, I got interrupted. So I was talking about the feedback for your first essay, and it's going to show up in your grades under essay 1 draft and workshop, where I'll give you a workshop grade for the time you spend on your peer essays, and then I will also have that little audio or video box where you just open it, you click on it, and it's me talking to you. So that's where you'll see my feedback, and I will send an announcement as soon as those are available to you in grades. The other thing we're working on is we're moving on to our next project, which I gave you the community interviews and the proposal and the guide, but all of those due dates are staggered. So you're seeing things that maybe aren't due for another 2 to 3 weeks, because I want to give you enough time to be thoughtful about it, especially the community interviews. Students, I know you have so much going on in your life, and it's hard to get an interview. So I want you to start thinking about that right now. So the project is to choose a local or community conflict that you see happening around you, and we're going to examine it both locally, but then also how this is affecting nationally and internationally. So we're taking a local conflict and seeing how it sort of fits into the more universally, and how it's playing out in small towns all over the place. So we start locally, so I want you to be thoughtful looking around at, and I know the coronavirus is probably the thing on everybody's mind right now, but I don't want 12 coronavirus papers. What else is going on in your communities? And there's some suggestions on the Project 2 guide about what students have tackled in the past. So the project is set up to sort of identify that conflict, to have some interaction with that conflict in your community. So through interviews, or go to a town meeting, or observe that conflict somewhere. I want you actually out in your community at some point, so that you're really being in touch with this conflict. We'll do a similar research exercise, which sort of leaves the local community and gets us thinking about how this is playing out lots of other places, so that we can find a solution that is well researched, well informed, and oftentimes comes from another community struggling with this somewhere else in America or the world, and applying some of the things that they've done to solve the problem. So this week, into spring break, I want you to be thoughtful about what local or community conflict you'd like to examine. Start thinking about who you might be able to talk to in your community about it. And we're sort of going to take some time to develop this project. It doesn't happen overnight. So, and also we want to be thoughtful about how much, sort of what's happening in our communities, and if we're not able to sort of get out because of the coronavirus, we'll talk about that. But I asked you to look at the Research 2 guide, the Essay 2 guide, and then start thinking about what you might want to do for your community conflict. I try not to overwhelm you with work over spring break, because I know that you are needing that break often, and sometimes it's a good time to catch up on work. So I try to stagger assignments so you're not feeling completely dumped on during spring break. So definitely pay attention to due dates, because they're a little bit staggered, and but the primary things are to do a peer review, start thinking about Project 2 and what you might do topically for that, and then you're going to get feedback from me about Essay 1. We'll revise that in a few weeks. So I like your energy going to your peer reviews and to being thoughtful about Essay 2 and what you might want to do. And we'll tackle the revision of Essay 1 in a couple of weeks. So I hope that's helpful. Once I get a chance to read your papers, I will do sort of a mini lecture on things that I'm seeing that everybody's struggling with, whether it's MLA, APA, topic sentence, paragraph building, works cited. Those are some of the things I often see in Essay 1 that I just want to address really directly. So once I get through your drafts, you'll see I'll prepare sort of a mini lecture on things that we all need to work on. So for now, stay well, and let me know if you need anything, and if you're confused, feel free to call, text, stop by, and definitely pay attention to messaging coming out from the college at this point too. All right, everyone, have a great Thursday, and I will check in with you soon. Bye.